Hello everyone, I'm here with another video on areas related to circles. It's chapter number 12 from class 10. Areas related to circles, chapter number 12. Dear students, you are already familiar with circle and the various terms related to this, but let us quickly recapitulate. Circle. What is a circle? It is actually a locus of points. I'm using a word locus. Locus means path followed. So, circle is a locus of a points which moves in such a way that they are at equal distance from one fixed point. This is that fixed point which is called center, and the distance between the center and any point on the circumference is called radius. We already know this. Okay, now because we have to deal with areas, so the formula to find out area of a circle when radius is r. If radius is r units, its area would be pi times r square. And how do you find perimeter slash circumference of a circle? In case you know the radius, then it would be 2 times pi r, and if radius is not given but diameter is given, then it would be pi into d, because we know diameter is what? 2 times r. There are few more terms which you would require in this chapter. Those are, if area of circle is pi r square, area of semicircle will be pi r square by 2, because pi r square is for full circle. Semicircle would be half of it, so half of area makes it pi r square by 2. Then comes perimeter of semicircle. How do you find perimeter of semicircle? Perimeter means a person starts from here, he has to cover this region, r units from here, r units from here, so r plus r makes it 2r, and then comes this circumference, this semi-circumference, which is pi r. Alright, so perimeter of semicircle will be pi r added to twice of r. And what would be circumference? If I ask you what is circumference of a semicircle? Circumference of a semicircle. If circumference of circle is 2 pi r, for semi it would be just pi r. You don't have to add these two radii, because perimeter means we are checking the complete boundary. Another word you would find, that is a quadrant. A circle divided into 4 parts. These parts are quadrants. Quadrant is 1/4 of a circle. So area of a quadrant. How do you find area of a quadrant? For circle it was pi r square. For full circle it is pi r square. It is divided into 4 parts, so pi r square by 4. So this would be pi r square upon 4. The next one would be perimeter of quadrant. Okay, if I ask you perimeter of quadrant, figure can be something like this. Look at this. Okay, this is a figure now with us. How do you find perimeter of quadrant? Perimeter of quadrant, you can see here R and R is added. You're starting from here, you move this region which is R, then you covered this curved region. Full curved region was 2 pi r. 4 such curved regions would be 2 pi r upon 4. So it is pi r by 2. Okay, pi r upon 2 is the length of this arc, I would say, and then these two radii are added, so it becomes twice of r plus pi r by 2. That's the perimeter of quadrant. But what would be circumference of a quadrant? Interesting, that would be similar to what we did here. Circumference of semicircle was pi r. So what would be circumference of quadrant? You need to understand this difference. Circumference of quadrant, what will it be? That would be pi r by 2. That's just pi r by 2. I'm sure this is clear.
Let us take up some questions to understand the concept in a better way. This is question number 1 from exercise 12.1. It says, the radii of two circles are 19 cm and 9 cm respectively. Find the radius of the circle which has circumference equal to the sum of the circumferences of two circles.
According to question, radius of first circle is given 19 cm, radius of second circle is 9 cm. We are asked to find radius of a circle. We are asked to find radius of a circle whose circumference is equal to sum of circumference of both the circles. So how do we do this question? Let's assume, let radius of that circle is r units, or let it be r centimeters. So circumference of this new circle whose radius is r would be 2 times pi r. Now this 2 times pi r is actually equal to 2 times pi r added to this r is 19, radius of first circle, this is circumference of first circle, 2 pi into 9, this is circumference of second circle. So we are just doing it in an easiest way. 2 pi, you see 2 pi would come common, 19 plus 9 remains in, cancel 2 pi from both ends. So what is the value of r? It's 28 centimeters. So that's how you would get the radius of circle which has got circumference equal to sum of circumferences of both the circles. So that radius would be 28 centimeters.
Next question is, the wheels of a car are of diameter 80 cm each, how many complete revolutions does each wheel make in 10 minutes when the car is traveling at a speed of 66 km per hour?
Question 4 from exercise 12.1. According to the question, diameter of car's wheel is 80 centimeter each and speed of car, the speed at which the car is traveling, is 66 km per hour. We're asked to find the complete revolutions. How many complete revolutions does each wheel make in 10 minutes when the car is traveling at a speed of 66? So we need the number of revolutions. And if you remember, circumference of a circle is equal to 1 revolution. Suppose wheel completes it 1 revolution, that is equal to circumference. So what should be our first step? Let's find out circumference of this wheel. Circumference of wheel will be, this is diameter, we know circumference is 2 pi r. When diameter is given, it is pi into d. So pi into 80. Let's put the value of pi is 22 by 7. Multiply it by 80. This is all in centimeters. Solving this, it becomes 1760 centimeters. Okay, this is just circumference of wheel. Now let's talk about the speed of car. Speed of car is 66 kilometers per hour. In 1 hour, it travels 66 kilometers. In 1 minute, distance traveled by car will be 66 by 60. This is all in kilometer. Okay, this is in 1 minute. In 1 minute, distance traveled by car would be 66 kilometer upon 60. And what about 10 minutes? In 10 minutes, distance traveled by car would be 66 upon 60 into 10. Cancel this. So this is 11 kilometers. Now observe this very carefully. Distance traveled and circumference of wheel. When you divide both, you would get the number of revolutions. See how? The number of revolutions will be distance traveled by car, because we have already worked on the time which was given in hours, we converted it into minutes, we calculated for 1 minute, then as the question demands for 10 minutes, that how many complete revolutions will the wheel make in 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes, this much distance would be covered. Distance traveled by car in 10 minutes upon circumference Substitute the values 11 kilometers upon circumference, which is 1760 upon 7. In the next step, this is 11, this is in kilometers, convert it into meters. Okay, this 7 denominator goes in numerator upon 1760. Now this is in meters, this was in centimeter, this is in centimeter. Units must be same. So what should we do? 1000 and one more 100 because 1 meter has 100 centimeters. Next step will be just simplification. Centimeter cancels. Cancel this 0 and 0. 11 into 1, 11 into 16. Solve it further. This becomes 8, this becomes 5. Cancelling these two. Cancel even these two. Cancel these two. This becomes 125. So 125 into 5 into 7 would be 4375. So these many revolutions wheel would make so as to cover that distance in 10 minutes, and the speed traveling with speed of 66 kilometers per hour. I'm sure this must be clear.